Hello everybody and welcome to the 9th episode in Season 2 of MotoGP 15. This is round 14 of the World Championship overall and things are starting to go against me here. A really disappointing 4th place at Misano has meant Aragon is a must-win Grand Prix. As you probably remember, in the last episode, we've lost some distance in the World Championship. I have a 13-point deficit to Johan Zarco and then 8 points worse off than Sam Lowes. And that means if I make any more mistakes, I won't win the world title in Moto 2. And that'll be a really difficult pill to swallow because I feel I've been absolutely on fire this season. But either way, I can't possibly finish 4th or worse. I'd be doing something incredible to have a meltdown like that. But it's been a class of 3 riders this season. No one else can compare to the Holy Trinity that we've been. But if I lose this Grand Prix, we'll go roughly 20 points back on Zarco, and that's just something I can't afford to see happen. And Aragon is not a track I'm good at either, and that just means things will get even more difficult for myself. But we'll have to believe in ourselves and the team to get the job done. And it's just, unless it rains, I feel we're going to have more tyre problems, which goes against my riding style. But anyway, let's head straight to Motorland Aragon. A grueling qualifying session on a damp track has gone against me. Zarco and Lowes have gone 1 and 2 again, and they were very dominant in doing so. And I was initially 6th with a minute left in the session, but fast forwarding the action meant that Morbidelli and Simeon overtook me at the death. So I'm in deep trouble in this race, as I was expecting. But perhaps the good news is the weather is actually not so hot, so I might have a reasonable chance of a podium finish. The weather conditions are not quite perfect, but that could come to my advantage. Track temperature 37 degrees Celsius, and the clouds are certainly preventing the sun from increasing that, and the wind speed is 4 kilometers an hour facing north. But we'll have to ignore that. It's all about getting a podium on one of my weakest tracks. Go! The lights are extinguished, and now we have trouble already. The top 6 riders already fled the scene, and I have to brake early into turn number 1, and I've lost 2 positions to Luthi and Simeon, and they're defending with the inside line, but they're neck and neck really. The wheels will surely be touching, but I need that 7th place back. Anything negative from here will be pretty much the end of my championship bid. And there's a lovely double overtake on the inside heading into sector 2. It's Sam Lowes in the early lead, and Gianni Morbidelli, I think, is ahead of me in 6th place, 0.3 of a second clear. But as long as the riders are bunched up, I have somewhat of a chance of making gains. But I make a little bit of a mistake there, braking late, and now my line is compromised heading out into the left kink. I have to brake just a tad to make sure you don't go wide heading into the next left-hander. Very gentle, but then it gets more severe. Braking zone coming up now, 100 meters, going down to first gear, 100 kilometers an hour and 90 kilometers an hour even. Tito Rabat overtaking Sam Lowes there. It's all getting feisty with the leaders, and now I'm on the AstroTurf just a tiny bit, and now it's another chicane to negotiate, and I've gone wide again. That's the gravel. It doesn't look so threatening, but if you go onto it, you're going to be slowed down, and that's a clear indication for Tomas Luthi to overtake me, and Xavier Simeon isn't too far behind either. But we do get the place back, or so do I know. I go really risky going on the very edge. Simeon and Luthi also fighting back, but Luthi blocks, but Simeon will not overtake me. I'm definitely weaving to keep the position. I'm desperate at this stage, but I go down Luthi's inside again. He's unable to protect the inside line, and I regain the 7th place I so badly need. But now we'll fast forward as the main pack have broken away, and I need to stop that as soon as possible. It's already a 2nd in just 1 lap, and there we go. The fight back has to start, and it must start now. But nothing much has happened since the 2nd lap. We double the time to lap 4, and no change. Morbidelli remains a second clear. No matter what I do, the other guys just seem to be my equals or betters, and we push further down. This is probably the hardest corner for me. I really don't like it at all. Braking once and then braking again. It's so tempting to fire on the throttle, but you're just going to go well and truly wide into the asphalt if you accelerate too early. And there's a brief example of it. I go a little bit wide, but now you can see the two guys are fighting. I've got the gap down to 0.6 of a second, and that's too far wide. I need a rewind to make up for that. Not good enough riding, to be honest. We'll go all the way back and try again, braking much earlier this time, right on the white line on the right hand side. But again, I do go a little bit wide, but it's okay. Bad news for me is Zarco and Lowe's are battling for second and third. That's where I need to be to stand any chance, and we've got the other riders just a little bit ahead, and this is where I lose out a lot on the inferior Tech 3, and that means we have to fast forward. Look at that, Folger, 999 tenths of a second clear, and it's lap 5 of 6, lap record set. I didn't see by whom, but now we're just pushing. This is probably my better section of the track, and then it's immediately ruined by this corner, as I mentioned. But we're going to try as hard as we can to catch up to these guys, and again, just trying to negotiate that corner, and we go wide. You can see yet again these guys are just going to make a break, and I have to be really careful. And now that could be it. Sam Lowe's puts in the fastest lap, and I've cut the last triple apex corner, and Morbidelli already had a 1.2 second lead over me, and I do catch up just a little bit heading into the final corner of the final lap, but it's nowhere near good enough. The penalty will ensure my doom, and 7th place means even though Tito Rabat has been declared the winner, Zarco and Lowe's are going to gain another 12 or 15 points on me, and that is devastating to my championship bid. It must be redeemed at the Twin Ring Motegi, and the results are certainly coming in there, but all I really care about now are the top 2 contenders, and my deficit to Zarco is now 29 points. I need to win all the remaining Moto Grand Prix to stand any chance of becoming the champion. Sam Lowe's is certainly counting his sums. He needs to find a way back for himself. But anyway, Kalex are going to be the Constructors Champions again, ahead of Sam Lowe's speed up team. Tech 3, previously a not point scored, now have 251 points thanks to me. I rank up, but not quite past level 67, and it's pretty much deserved, as I only got the 7th finish. And then we'll see the credits and the fans that I've earned. 460,000 fans, 910,000 credits, and it's going to be a glum scenario in the pit lane, and it's the first time I've been off the podium in quite some time. The title has to go my way again, or else I'll be out of the race. There is so little give at Aragon. I had absolutely no hope of mastering the track, and that means I'm now more than a wins total behind the leader Johan Zarco, and I can't say I'm happy about it. It's such a grueling season, and you're gonna have some bad races here and then, but 2 of my worst tracks back to back, that just makes life very difficult for me. Anyway, we'll look at how the standings are in context. So I need to win the last 4 rounds back to back really to stand any chance. I can still beat Sam Lowe's the second, but Zarco has hit top form at the right moment, and I have to tip my hat to him. MotoGP is really neck and neck again, with Lorenzo, Marquez and Rossi also close. Moto 3 should be sewn up for Danny Kent very soon, but just desperately frustrating for me that we cannot turn a bad race into an okay race. That is the difference between success and failure. So there's still 100 points to play for, but in reality I haven't been consistent enough Japan with Twin Wing with Tegi, Australia with Phillip Island, then we have Sepang in Malaysia, and then Valencia. So I need Johan Zarco to fall or have a terrible race in one of those events, but I'll give my very best shot to try and win the title. But just let me know if you think I should upgrade my bike with the credits I've earned, or should I try and stay loyal to the Tech 3. You can see I can easily afford a Calyx, and if I need to win, then that's what I gotta do. I need to get the best bike underneath me. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you can stay tuned for the next episodes, which will be Phillip Island, and then we'll conclude the season with Sepang and Valencia. So speak to you again soon, everybody. Bye for now.